So then, welcome to the stream, and some weird noise coming from the desktop. Welcome to the stream. I'll have a look at that in just a moment. So we're looking at a few things tonight. We're going to look, first of all, what I'm really excited about is flying on the stream with the new Fulcrum Yoke One in FS2020 for the first time. So we did P3D in the A2A command sheet last stream. This stream we're going to hit the FS2020. As well as that, we're going to look at Orbx, a couple of new items. Orbx, EGNT, which is Newcastle in the UK, and also EGGP, which is Liverpool in the UK. So we're going to fly from Newcastle to Liverpool. Yeah, that's going to be good. I normally have the flying board, so let's just stick that on there. I might actually move that because that might be better. Let's sort of shift that just down here. That, and then do a little bit of fiddly. Let's just move the bolt over touch. There we go, that'll do. Perfect. That'll do. Right. So, first things first. Let's see what that noise is, where that noise is coming from actually, because I'm gonna have to open up my volume mixer just to see what that is. I need some. Just mute some sounds. Okay, so it is actually FS2020. It's causing that. So that it is actually the sounds. Let me just turn my speakers up on my headphones. Yeah, it is. It's meant to be like that. So the reason why I can't hear that is it's lower on my headphone. Anyway, enough of me rambling on. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at EGNT. So it might be a bit stuttery because I'm actually streaming at the same time. This is the first time I've loaded this in as well, so it's looking cool. I mean, I've never been to Newcastle. I've been to Newcastle. I've never been to the airport, so this is all new. What I do find with the Orbx scenery is it does actually stutter. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to have a look into that. I think maybe tone down some of the settings while I stream. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I got it for P3. No, I had it for X-Plan. I don't know if I've got it for P3D, but I definitely had it for X-Plan or one of the other. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I mean, I was kind of going on a little mission over here and just have a little look around. We'll have a look at, we'll go to Liverpool. Oh, there's a multiplayer guy there. He's just about to take off by the looks of it. Passionate people, passionate places. There's quite a few GA planes that is disconnected. GA planes in the parking. I wanted to have a look at this over here. Welcome to Newcastle International. I just like all the details, like dirt around there, and all the dirt around here. That's not the same as that one, for instance. I like that kind of thing. It's cool. I'm gonna have to tweak the settings. It doesn't stop. But, I don't know what's causing it. It only started doing it the last time I used FS. So, we've got something coming in there. So we've got a big 737. Nice. I think that's a 737. Look at this. Got Mr. Fire Engine. Mr. Fire Engine there. Look. Yo Ian, hope you're well, mate. Just looking at Newcastle for FS2020 for the first time. So I'm just having a little drone cam. That's interesting. Let's have a look at that. Right, so we had the fire engine that could pass off as a British fire in a way. Oh, yeah, this is security guy. Security! Go, go, go. I was going to have a look at, excuse the stutter, it'll stop stuttering eventually, it'll calm itself down. I don't know what's causing it. I'll have a look at it. I won't keep repeating myself. I will have a look at it. I should have loaded up over there just for fun, because that looks a bit more of a GA kind of place. But I want to have a look at the main terminal. I'm wondering what the active runway is, but now I think this is the VOR. I think. And I want to have a look at that over there, but it's so slow. I think I might have to just fly there. Right, so the question is, I'm going so far away from my own plane. How do I reset the view? Let's reset, and what we'll do. I think I turned the views off. Whoa! So far away. Right. It's a bit stuttery. I don't know. Right, cool. So let's get on board. So we'll start our head tracking. Right, so just check that my yoke is actually plugged in, which is good. Now this, I've kind of tweaked it. Whoops. So the yoke, Fulcrum Yoke One, does actually have like 180. I think that's what they call it, 180 degree. Now the only thing I want to show you actually is I've kind of tweaked some stuff, and I think it might help some people. So with the Fulcrum, the sensitivity was a little bit too much. Actually, I know I've reset it, so I've left that at zeros. Everything is, reactivity. I might decrease that by a little bit. We'll see. We can do that in the air actually. Have a look. But what I did look at was my rudder sensitivity. I changed the Z-axis just because I wanted it to have dead zone. Has that got a dead zone? You probably don't need the dead zone now that I've kind of tweaked that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that as it is like that. Now the reason for that is I found the rudder to be quite sensitive. So yeah. So other than that, everything's looking smooth. Right, cool. We've also got the throttle quadrant, so we're gonna start this plane. We're going to start our heading out. So let's just check that. Make sure that's on both. This is good. Correct the throttle. Put the parking brake on, so that's the first thing we need to do. 1200 RPM, that's good. Lean the mixture slightly. Just turn all the navs on. Bit on. Right. Stick that on standby for the minute. We've also got the flight plan already plugged in, so that's good. It's quite dark, isn't it? So let's just turn that up a touch, just a notch. what we'll do is we'll just crank this up to something stupid like, I don't know, 10,000 feet, because we're going to hand fly it. We don't want to be doing autopilot today. Check the compass. Compass looks correct, so that's good. If we look at little nav map, so I've planned out a little route. I don't know whether this is going to work. I've never really looked. I've never really used the nav in FS, so I'm going to have a look at that. See what pops up. I don't know if it'll be close enough to actually pick that up. Either way, I might have a look at it. So this is the route. And what we want to look at is the Newcastle weather. So show information, and then we can look at the weather tab and weather. Now I'll get the weather from, there's two places where I can get the weather, and one is the NOAA, and the other one is, that's it. And most of the time they're going to be the same. So 2953 is what we need to set the altimeter. 2953.53, yeah, sorry, my bad. 2953, so let's go down to maps. So whereabouts there, I reckon. That'll do it. Perfect. Right. Let's plug in the frequency to the comms. I've not done this for a long time, so 112.10. So this is comms. So we don't want the comms. Oh, I know you could swap that using that there. That's interesting. I normally press that button, but oh well, fair enough. Is this doing the? Yeah. So 112.1. I'd love one of them GPS units that sit on your desk, like the hardware version of this. That would be pretty cool. It hasn't picked anything up as far as I can tell. So we'll leave it at that for now. Right. So then, let's head out in a moment. So I'm kind of thinking we kind of backtrack. We need to know what the active runway is now. Fortunately for me, I don't know what the runways are at Newcastle, so let's have a look at Newcastle. So 07 and 25, and the winds are at no wind on that one, but no wind on that one. So pretty much have no wind, which is good. Because it means we can go anywhere we want. So what I'm going to look at is actually just go on a little mission. So flaps, I've kind of rearranged my controls as well, just so you know. Plane doesn't want to move. Why doesn't it? Oh, it's because of that. I thought if I press the brakes like in P3D it would work. Got some good static aircraft on these. It's a bit stuttery, but what we'll do is we'll just put up with it for now, and then I'll have a tweak off stream to see what I can do. But the problem is with one thing we didn't do was put on the old taxi light, so taxi light time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the almost to the end of this runway, and we'll head out. The interesting thing would be is if I was to have the if I was to plug in the VOR that's at Newcastle, see what if anything comes to life. So let's have a look at that. Let's just see what happens. See if there is one. I'm sure there is one. Let's go a little nav map because I'm sure if we zoom in to there. Sure. 114.25. That's not a VOR as such. So 114. Come alive there? Nothing? Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to have a look at radio navigation again because I'm rubbish at it. Right. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, definitely need to have a flag again. Right. Let's just map maps. There was a time actually when the FS2020, if it had the active window open, it would stutter. But if I click off the window, it would stop the stutter. Now look at this over here. This is pretty cool. And this is why I wanted to drive down, almost drive, isn't it? Taxi down, because actually some interesting kind of, that's the fire engine of that. The fire station sounds pretty cool. We got like a little training fire fuselage, look. A couple of them. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neatly done. I'm really looking forward to Liverpool because Liverpool is one of the, there's a plane there. Liverpool is actually one of my favourite airfields to fly in and out of. Now I'm going to take off from here, so I'm going to go to the right and take off from this one. Right, let's just park here. Actually, this is a taxiway, but onto the runway. So this is where we've got to stop. Mixture full, flaps down 1 notch, strobes on, landing lights on. Oops. Lights off. There we go. Let's head on out. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the UK update just to see what it brings. I'm hoping it doesn't interfere with any of the Orbx stuff, because it'll be good to, when you invest and you don't lose it. I can't see their airfields and stuff that are better than Orbx airfields, to be fair. So, and here we go. So, slowly advance this now. Let's check out the yoke. So, slightly pull back, up and away, nice and smooth. Yeah. Flaps up. Yeah, there is a stutter going on. This is really weird. Let me just try something. Yeah, it's when I kind of look that way. I might need to tone down my settings a little bit. Just a little bit. Right, let's just turn these A little bit more. There we go. Let's see what we're doing now. So I'm just going to do a bit of a well, we've actually got nav. So that's, now that we're up in the air, we've got nav. And what we're going to do, I think the runway was 27. I'm just going to do a right hand circuit. Now I've got to say that the yoke is absolutely so much. It feels so much better in FS 2020 than it does in P3D. It's more responsive. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what I'm looking forward to the most at the moment is the Just Flight Arrow. I want the Just Flight Arrow in FS. Just gonna trim down a touch. You got rid of your stutters. Yeah, I've not upgraded to the latest NVIDIA driver yet. Apparently that caused a load of stutters for people. So I've kind of not done that this time. So let's go outside for a minute. I just want to show you. Oh no. So that's Newcastle from the outside look. Now I would pause it. How do you do a live pause? I can't remember. Is it pause break? Oh, is it P? P for pause? No. I wanted to do a screenshot on it. I might be able to just get it in. There we go. Now I know this is absolutely craziness that I'm doing here, because no way would you normally do that. So 1,500 feet, just on downwind. Well, no, we're not, because I haven't selected the runway. What was the runway again? I can't remember what the bloody runway was. I thought it was 27. It's not. It's 25. So actually, now we're on downwind. It's 25. Doesn't have to be exact, but I'm like that. Right, let's start slowing down a touch. Let's start slowing down. So I'm gonna see how it feels when I come into land. Oh look, we got the sea, we got the ocean. Got the ocean. There. We're going to go all the way around, and then we're going to hopefully get to runway. I might just do a touch and go on this one. And this is real world weather. Oh. Okay, so this is real world weather. So we've got decent pappy lights, nice runway lights. So real world weather, not real world time. So I don't want to stream in the dark. So you can't see anything. So I've kind of done it late afternoon because of the cloud base. It's quite dark. It's quite dark. A little bit. Yeah, it feels so nice. The yoke in FS. It's just you saw my settings just a little while ago, and I've got to say they are just that. It is just absolutely fantastic. Again, my last stream I just kept saying it's fantastic. And I couldn't help myself, but we are low. but I just want to have plenty of time just to get the flaps up. Oh, I thought I was lower than I was then. Higher than I was, sorry. So flaps up, mixture full. Let's check the trim. It's fine. Okay. Throttle back to full gradually. And up, and away we go. Let's go to Liverpool. Right. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to have a look at the stutters. It never used to do that, and it's only really when Orbx is knocking about, which is a shame. I'm going to be curious to see how it handles at Liverpool. But so 112.1. When you get above a certain altitude, the nav actually plugs in. So let's just say if we was to, can you actually turn this off? No, can't turn it up. I'm not sure. How do you turn? I don't think you can turn the GPS off without actually turning your avionics off. And you don't want to do that because you kind of want to. You want to use this. So if I use this and turn that. Right, so this means we're going to go. Let's just zoom in a little bit. Right. This means we're going to. Okay, and if I just go back, that's going from. Right. We are going to the VOR. We know we're going to the VOR. And then keep turning. The needle will move, and you basically want to try and center it. And then you've got to head towards that heading, right? And then that'll tell you where we're going. So let's plug in that heading. So it's just one notch to the south. So I'll just go that way. 2. 1,500 feet. Maps are up, yeah, that's good. Still climbing. We'll head over to the south now. Oh, it feels so good. I should just instantly ban anything with bigfollows.com in it. So them. I absolutely love FS2020. Oh, we still need. I'm getting carried away because I'm kind of looking out of there. I quite like Newcastle. We've been to Newcastle. I don't know where we are. So the interesting thing would be to find the bridges, but. What I need a button that resets my view as well. So when I've zoomed, it will reset. But I haven't come across that yet. I'm not too sure where that lives, so I'll have to find that out. I think that's Newcastle actually down there. I think, and I think one of these bridges was meant to be that. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I thought I could see the stadium, but. Oh well. That's the only thing. It's not very clever with the views. Is there a reset view? If I go to that. So you could probably set keys for that. Reset position. Does that include if I was to zoom? Yeah, so I need the reset position. So I'm going to now just reduce the throttle slightly to max throttle at the minute. Just trim down a touch. I want to stay around about 2,000 feet. Slightly off on the nav, so head more towards the. Oh, that's because we're nowhere near where we need to be. Okay, once again, I got carried away. This is why I need the reset button. Do you know what? Let's see if we can find it. It's really irritating. So, I do apologise for the interruption of that flight. I do really want to. I could set it to be. I'm wondering if there's a different reset. Random pilot. Cockpit camera, reset cockpit view. F. Could it be F? Shall we see what happens when we press F? Ah, that's the one I need. So, back up at 2,500 feet. So concentrate. Yeah, just trim down a touch. See, as soon as I'm away from Orbx, it's lovely jubbly. It's a shame because I like Orbx. Just go down to about 2,000 again. Touch. So if we go to little nav map, we're actually going down to Hull, and then we're gonna go over to Liverpool. Something like that. Can you point your cam on the Fulcrum? It's very difficult, mate, because I can, but you'll just see the yoke here. Let me just. I have got active pause, but I think I normally do it from up here. But do you think I can remember what it was? Check this. One of these. Is it any of these? I could have swore I used to have active pause, but whatever. I'll tell you what. Let's just do that. Let me have a look for you. I am going to have to. Hi. I don't know how to pronounce your name or what you want to be called, but I divert. Hope you're well, mate. I'm just going to turn my mic off just for 2 minutes. So as you can see, here's the yoke without my head. Yeah, I'll follow that for a little bit if you want. Now because I've moved, my head tracking software's gone not to the centre, and I'm losing my way a little bit, so I need to start turning. Yeah. That what you wanted to kind of see in that kind of the yoke action? I did do an unboxing video where I kind of showed you, but because my camera, the bottom camera's not fantastic, so it was a bit fuzzy. I like the switches with the trim. Not quite trimmed at the minute. We've got some rain actually, a little bit of rain, and I'm hoping that the weather is not rain. Yeah, obviously you can tweak the the sensitivity. So if it is too responsive, that's the one thing I was going to have a look at. Actually, let me just have a look at that. Now I'm sure Chris did say, from Mr. Fulcrum, I'm sure he did say he was eventually going to look at settings for the sim. So what we'll do, let's see what happens when we. It's all that way. Let's just completely crank that down and see what happens. Right? It might not do anything because a lot of these settings in FS don't do anything with anything. So okay, so I'm not sure whether that's doing anything. I think it is actually. I think it is doing stuff, but I'll go into the same kind of movement. No, yeah, I find that with sensitivity, it's not really. This is belly cam. No, Ian wanted to see the movement and see how it flew and stuff. So it's so good in FS2020. The Fulcrum, it really is. Yeah, the weather is moody. I'm tempted just to change it. Should we just change the weather? I like live weather, but I like it when it's like, say, scattered or broken clouds. Whoa, hello. Scattered. Yeah, let's do scattered clouds for a bit. Just turn down the. There we go. That'll do. Oh, that's much friendlier, isn't it? You can actually see stuff now, which is good. Funny enough, I'm wondering if that makes any difference to the stuttering that I keep getting. Yeah. Flying. Rob, can you try and do me a favour? Can you try and do a sound alert? You know the one. Try and do that. Thanks for that. Seems very nice. Go back to normal. Yeah, it's not too sensitive, but there's no center point, so it's really like it doesn't pull in any way. The only time you get resistance is when you pull it back, which is what you'd get in a real plane because of the air resistance. But everything else, when it's close to center and you've got it all nicely trimmed. Leroy Jenkins, sorry guys. But yeah, when it doesn't pull, So when there's no air resistance, so yeah. But I'm just gonna try and do this, just trim up a little bit. Got all my trim wrong because since the weather got updated, it wants to do its own thing now. So give me a second. I'm just going to pause this for a second, just while I sort that camera out. You know what? I've been talking all this time, and I haven't had my microphone down. But yeah, what I was saying was, I'll reverse a little bit. What I was saying was, there's no center point like the other yokes. Once it's set in the middle, it's in, there's very little resistance, and then even to get it, if you pull back or pull forward, if you was to do that on a real plane, because of the way the ailerons and the elevator moves, you'd get more air resistance, so you would get more resistance. So the further you pull back, the more resistance you get. The further you push forward, you get air resistance that way. Likewise with the turning. And I was looking at the responsiveness of the. I don't know if I had my mic muted at that point, but I was looking at the responsiveness of the controls, and that didn't really do much in terms of FS. So if I recall, it didn't do anything with my last stick either. So now we're going to Liverpool because we've got two new airfields from Orbx. One was Newcastle, which we've just flown out of, and the other one is Liverpool. And even though we've got the trusty GPS over here, we're actually doing it towards the pole, which is Pole Hill VOR, and we're using that instead, even though you can't really see the magenta line. Yeah. So that's what we're doing now. So what we'll do is we'll just knock it the other opposite direction. Yeah. So it's pretty much in between 190, 19 and 20, yeah, so 190 and 200. Currently I'm on, so that might do it. Press F. Yeah, I'm going to have to remember the press F thing. That's what I'm going to have to do. I love the visuals. Yeah, I must admit, I do love this sim. I really do. I can't wait to get the Just Flight arrow in this. I thought about getting one, but as I have Warthog, hard to just find another controller. Well, I think that, but then if you look down, there's a yoke. You know what I mean? If I fly the Spitfire or any of the Warbirds, my Warthog's going to come out. But if I fly my GA stuff, then the yoke is just amazing. And I don't know if you've caught up with my previous streams, but I did actually have the joy, because I spoke to Chris, and fortunately for me, when this was made and sent out, I think during the shipping, it must have got knocked about. Well, it must have got hit, right? Or not the actual yoke. The box must have been shaken or whatever, but I don't know. Or it might just not have been the cog. Basically, inside this box is a cog, right? And that cog has to be centered on a trail, right? Going all over the shop because I'm letting go of the yoke and not trimmed it out properly. But yeah, there's a trail with a cog, and if the cog isn't centered, what was happening when I was pushing the yoke all the way forward, it goes past 360, and then it flips as though it's zero. Zero. I can't remember how it was, but it goes back to the start. So what it was doing, I was pushing the yoke all the way forward, and the last millimetre was causing the plane then as though the yoke's being pulled fully back. And all it was, I phoned Chris up, and he said, yeah. He said, open it up, have a look at it. I can send you a brand new one if you want one, or you can try and fix it yourself. And I was like, everyone knows me, I want to fix it. So I opened it up, and all it was a case of doing was just literally realigning this cog, which took about 10 seconds. But when I had the lid off, oh man, it's an amazing bit of kit. Everything inside is pretty much metal. It is just an amazing bit of kit when you open it up. I wouldn't suggest anybody open theirs because they'll probably ruin the warranty and whatnot. But for me, yeah, it was really, really good. Just to have a look inside. Yeah, all the case is metal, so solid metal. Shaft is metal. The actual yoke itself is plastic, but really, really hard plastic. If you can think of the Warthog stick, the yoke is made of pretty much a similar kind of plastic to that. it's the same kind of hardness of that. The sensors that do the movement are very similar to the one that's in the Warthog as well. So it's got the heart, I think they call them heart sensors. Yeah. Visuals. Ah, didn't mean to do that. 1 minute, guys. I wanted to get a screenshot, but I pressed the wrong button. Thought about getting my. I've gone past that, haven't I? I would be tempted to get the Fulcrum stuff. Yeah, definitely. I think that's what everyone's missing at the moment. It's a good old A2A plane. You know, with me, I've got the sim, I've got the yoke, I've got the stick if need be, but I've got the yoke, throttle quadrant. I'm just waiting for a decent plane now. And also, not just that, I'm kind of waiting for the old Active Sky to get involved as well. You know, I'd love to have Active Sky in this. So did you enjoy your Leroy Jenkins? I don't know if I need to turn that down a bit, but I can't remember how to do it. I can't remember how to do that. Let me just see if I can figure it out. Somewhere about. Somewhere. Can't remember how to do it. Extensions, maybe. I can't remember. My extensions. Bigger. God. Okay, so the volume settings, master volume. Rob, can you do your Leroy Jenkins? Yeah, can you do your Leroy Jenkins? So the thing is with chase plane, like, I think if you've got track IR or head movement, that's all you really need. But then also you've got the whole drone cam, which you can use your joystick, or your joypad with. Sorry. That's a bit better actually, because I've saved the volume. That was a bit quieter, so we'll leave it a little bit quieter. There's a few others on there actually, as well. If anyone doesn't know what the hell that is, basically, Lewis has started streaming some Beat Saber, and as part of that, he's become an affiliate. So I could become an affiliate and have subs and subscriptions and all that, but I've chosen not to because I don't want to put money into the streaming. I just want to keep it as it is. But Lewis has done that, and you can have sound alerts. Still not quite. Just stay as we are. But as well as all the others. But in Lewis's stream, you have to have your points, your bits, to be able to play sound alerts. And what I've managed to do is have it so that I don't have to have bits, so it doesn't cost anyone to chuck in a sound. But I know that Rob likes the Leroy Jenkins, that's why. Yeah, I get that. I kind of get that. It would be good to have a. It would be good to have a chase plane in FS. So the real question is, Rob, are you going to get that new? Is anyone? Well, this goes out to all of you actually. Is anyone going to get the Volante, Orbx Volante or something? The flight tracking. I think it's basically like Project Fly, but obviously by Orbx, which is, well, for me personally, I think that's a lot better, in my opinion. I'm not going to get it because I never used to use Project Fly. I tried it once and I thought, oh, I don't really need it. So I'm not actually going to use it or get it. Yeah, neither do I. I don't know why people liked Project Fly so much. I don't know what that did. I mean, I get that you can track your flights and it can show that you're online and all that, but I mean, I don't know. Has anyone got any other opinions other than why on earth would you have it? Convince me. I don't think it's going to be convincible, but yeah. We've still got 72 nautical miles to go, approximately 40 minutes hand flying this beauty. I don't want to put the autopilot on because obviously this yoke is just amazing. Some wicked hills over there. I'm kind of worried about the fuel situation. Not too sure. I forgot to actually fill the tanks, which I do every single time I jump into FS2020, and unfortunately I always worry that I'm going to run out of fuel. I should be okay. I should lean the mixture as well, so we're cruising, we'll just lean that out a touch. Okay, should do. Save a bit of fuel. Save the planet, man. Save the planet. I mean, look at them hills over there. That's just so cool. So if you're wondering where we are, just have a little look at little nav map now. So we've gone from good old Newcastle straight down here. We did a circuit and come down here. We're heading towards Pole based on the nav that we're following at the moment, and then we're going to head over to Liverpool, and we'll still use the. We could still use the, unless Liverpool's got its own VOR, which it hasn't. We could use Wallasey, but we're kind of going past to go back. We could use Manchester, but we're just going to use Hull, and then we're going to change our heading to be 230. I believe that is 230. It would make sense. So we want to change our heading to 230, and then basically we change that to 230 straight on up, and then we want to get that line in the middle. That's where we need to be. And rather than chasing the line all the time, it's just fly for 10 minutes, have a look at how far away it is, and then we'll readjust every so often. That's what I tend to do. I've got problems with that. Yeah, that's like me. I mean, I had air hauler for a while as well, just to give a bit of purpose to the flying. That was back in the day when I had FSX, and then I stopped using it. I used it before I even started streaming. So what that did, I was doing short hops, and what I tend to find was my favourite hop, which even to this day is quite still, it's still one of my favourites, is Darrington to Concrete, and I just kept going backwards and forwards and enjoying the flight. But then I joined Fly UK, and that gave purpose to the flying. So I thought, well, I don't need air hauler anymore, so I won't do that. Yeah, I've got air hauler 2 as well. Yeah. But then flying the VA, was good. But now we've got Sky Park, and even though I don't have the VA and Sky Park on P3D, because I've now quit the good old Fly UK. My account is currently deactivated, and I'm not planning on activating it. Right, so let's just double check. Let's have a look at this. I always go the wrong bloody way with these things. So we actually want 2-0 now. So oh, that one. Hey, hello, we're turning. Let's get back on course. So yeah, so I'm not planning on reactivating that now. I'm more than happy just letting that deactivate. And, jobs are good. The reason being is because eventually, once A2A get a plane out into the FS2020 world, I'm planning on doing lots of Sky Park, lots of A2A, and just enjoying it that way. And then every now and again jumping on P3D for things like the B-17, the Connie, the Spitfire, and it all depends on what A2A bring over into the FS2020 world. It's very bumpy up here. It's very bumpy up here tonight. Now, since the last stream, I have actually swapped a cable for the yoke, because it comes with a decent length of USB cable, and my yoke literally gets plugged into my hub that's on top of my desk, and I've got this the cable that they give you has got like reams of cable, so it's good if you want to get from your desk down to your computer that's on the floor or whatever. But for me, I wanted it just to go to the hub, and I didn't want to have a lot of cable, so I swapped the cable out, and yeah, it still works like a dream. This little valley down here, it's pretty cool. So yeah, so let's I'm gonna just try and pull something up and see whether I can find it for you guys. A second. Let's try and keep my plane as level as I can. Right, so I'm just going to do a display capture at the minute, and as you can see, this is oh, well, you can't see, it's on the screen. So this is what I'm looking for my next plane, I believe, because I have this for X-Plane 11. Absolutely love it. If we look at the cockpit views, absolutely loved it for X-Plane. So I'm looking forward to getting that. It's not going to be an A2A kind of class, but it's going to be better than the default FS. All the texturing, you know, all this stuff. It just adds to the immersion, you know. It's so cool, the detail on this. And obviously you've got the flight board that you can tweak. Yeah, looking forward to that. Swap back to main. Let's just turn because we're backwards 2,000 feet, and maybe stick to the old 2-1. Because I was turning left for so long, we are quite a mission away from that now. But quite barren, isn't it? This area. What is this area? It's never look on a little map. So this is the Haitley Bridge is on the left, somewhere over there somewhere. Long Ashes Park, Borden Moor. So yeah, it's quite Yorkshire Dales. That's what this is. Yorkshire Dales. It's all this lovely stuff. Yorkshire Dales. Cool. Kind of went a bit mental there, looking out the window. Right, let's just get back on track with the old. Still on the 200, so should be able to turn to the left and keep that going. I love the water effects in FS though. FS2020. So just do a quick outsider. And that's so cool. Just going to try and grab a screening of that. Can, oh no. Oh well, it was okay while it lasted. Still got plenty of fuel in the tank at the moment. Should be perfectly fine. Apparently we've still got half an hour to go, but to get to Liverpool. The sun's going down. I've not flown into Liverpool. Like that. Not flown into Liverpool yet, so I've not even loaded it into the sim or anything. So it's going to be interesting to do it the first time. Obviously, I've landed at Liverpool several times in the past. It's one of my favourite flights from East Midlands to Liverpool. But tonight, I wanted to do Newcastle to Liverpool simply because obviously the Newcastle was new, so it wasn't, and it was a decent length flight as well. So why not? Why? Weather's pretty stunning again. I don't know what the real world weather would be like if I was to put the real world weather. I'm not gonna because I'm gonna leave it. Actually, I should do, because unless this tells you it does give you the pressure, but in that, so 10325 we will have to set that, because thinking 1013 that, where we go. Oh Jesus, going all over the shop, going all over the shop. Let's just have a look at that again, sorry. 1013. So was that 1013? Yeah, near enough. That'll do. Just do a left hand turn. So yeah, so no, absolutely zero regrets on the yoke. It's an absolute joy. Chris has been very supportive in terms of with the support. So when I had the cog issue, which it was very minor, it was nothing big. He was very supportive on that. But likewise, when the first yoke when UPS lost the first yoke, Chris was very much like, you know what, it's been a week, 2 weeks now. I'll send you a different one out. We'll chase it up and whatever. And I was just like, yeah, you don't have to, but you want to, then that's fine. That's cool. So yeah, it was very good, very nice. Some wind turbines down there. Look, I don't know what these are. Look, kind of popped up. There was one there just, and it's kind of gone. Might just be, I don't know what. There's something just there, which I don't know what that is. There's something in there, which I don't know what that is. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I'm kind of doing a zigzag towards this VOR. I get distracted out the window, and I shouldn't. I mean, we are kind of VFR, even though I'm using the instruments and flying towards a VOR, but yeah. Alright. Thanks for the follow, Gaza. JR Gaza. Is it JR or Gaza? Oh, it's a known issue, the scenery spikes. That's a shame. I had one just here, and it kind of went away. Hopefully, though, after their latest update, it will be good. Now, is this ice on the windows, or is it just muck? I just haven't noticed it. I think it's just muck. I think it's just dirt. Yeah, them scenery spikes are not fun. Look at the glare out the window. Can't see. Can't see. So we're just gonna on flying. So we do need to keep on the 200 heading to get to the VOR that we're tracking at the moment. Instead of doing GPS, we're tracking a VOR instead. Obviously, if I'd have done Direct 2 and then done GPS, that would have actually showed both as straight lines, but we're tracking a different heading. So if I'd have gone direct from Newcastle to Liverpool, we would have been tracking at 193, I believe. Yeah, 193, but we're not. So there we go. Some cool little buildings down there, little river going through that little town. Like a running track or something there. Looks like a running track anyway. Good. Looking good out the window. Not much that way, just a little valley, and we can't really see much up front because it's all the sun's too glary. So it's going to be interesting when we start turning towards Liverpool. Got a little way to go yet though, 25 minutes to go till Liverpool. Fuel's still looking good. Just going to do a slight turn to the left as well. So the one thing that is what you notice when you fly a plane is your yoke is in your hands, and all the controls, so all the controls are to the left of you. So if you're to tweak them controls, say for instance when you're landing or whatever, you're going to be using your right hand, right? Which means you've got to use your yoke with your left hand. Now, my joystick, the other one that I've got, the Thrustmaster flight stick, that's a right-handed stick. So, in all the time when I had to fly GA planes or anything, I had to put the throttle quadrant, etc., on the left-hand side, which obviously is completely wrong. But my dominant hand is my right hand. So what I found was I had more control when coming to land and things. Now that I've got the yoke back, it's back to how it used to be when I had the what's it called, the Logitech one, Cytec Logitech yoke, and yeah, it's back to me flying my left hand, moving the sticks with my right hand. yeah, it's very interesting. It really does feel strange again. Right, so we're now just going to move. Right, so we're actually going over the VOR, I believe. Looks like we're going over the VOR. So let's just keep heading in this direction because that really did move. It shouldn't move that fast unless you're going over it, okay, or going somewhere near it. So we'll just keep that heading for now. Now the heading we want to get, now this is all going to change, but the heading we want to go to is 230. So if we go to 212, 230, right, okay, press F with that. So this line now has gone to the left, which means we have to turn to the left to capture that line again. But we don't want to do it too harshly because now the problem is let's keep going. Let's keep going. Actually, stick to that heading. Sorry, my bad. I've messed up here, boys. You want to stick to the heading that you were currently doing until that changes to a from, right? When that changes, that's when you can start heading to the new heading. But for now, I'm just going to keep heading at 200 thereabouts until we go past the VOR. It was my mistake there. I should have remembered that. I got a bit eager. So 2,500 feet. Very nice. Check the actual real world time. What's an on? Okay. Oh, sorry guys, I just moved my head. I think someone's downloading something downstairs because I bet someone's downloading something downstairs because my stream is getting hit. So if it's a bit laggy at the minute, my apologies. It shouldn't be this laggy, but it just is at the minute. So apologies on that, guys. It should go back up in a minute. So just waiting for that. That's gone all the way to the right. We're waiting for this now to flip. Once that flips, and we keep the same heading, once that flips, it means that we've gone over the VOR. Yeah, I won't do it when I'm zoomed in though, because you'll see the arrow. It'll go the other way. It'll go on the opposite direction. Should be any second now. So it's flipped. See that? Let's just go there. Flipped. Right, so now we're going from the VOR. So now what we want to do is turn to the right. We want to track VOR heading. So the line's on the right. We'll just slightly go that way. Yeah, sorry guys, I think something's gone wrong with the stream. I think it's either someone's downstairs downloading something. I'm kind of thinking if it's anything on my computer that's doing it. I don't think it is. It's something on my computer. Someone's probably downstairs. Oh, we got to capture this line now. Oh, my bad. Gone too far. So we want 230.
If I'm crying and you're crying, then who's flying this plane?
I don't know. I don't know who's flying the plane. Welcome on board. I apologise if the stream is really laggy. I'm really sorry for this. It's just, I think somebody is downstairs, and I think they must be downloading something. So my apologies on that, guys. Oh, it should be back to normal now. It's coming back. It is coming back. I'm not flying. You're not flying. Who's flying the plane? I don't know. Right, so look at that view. That's a crazy. Yeah, it should have calmed down. I don't know what was causing that. Something was causing my upload to be really slow. It might have been a download. Something happening on the old download. But either way, we're on the move now. Right, so we're heading. We're currently 30 nautical miles out, approximately 15 minutes, 17 minutes, but yeah, approximately 15 minutes out. Here we go. Oh no, lots of scenery spikes around Liverpool. What is this all about? Nah, Zachary's in bed, mate. He's in bed. I think it might be just my wife. Might just be my wife. She's probably just putting Netflix on or something, you know. So apologies for that, peeps. Should be better now. In terms of the entire stream, though, that was only 4.8% of the stream where frames were a little bit lost. Wow. Leroy Jenkins. That's Rob's classic. He loves a bit of Leroy. Loves a bit of Leroy. Yeah. Cool. So it's a shame the sun is directly in front of us. I literally cannot see where the hell I'm going. So it's interesting, and it's such a shame that we've got all these scenery spikes that, according to Phil, these are currently a known issue. I'll just say bring on the next update for FS2020. It shouldn't be too long. But what a shame. The last time I was flying this, I didn't get this issue. I don't. So if the sim crashes, by the way, if we do end up hitting one of these spikes or whatever, if it does some funky stuff, it will just be time to quit. But let's see if we can just get to Liverpool, and then we can do a little bit of a tour around Liverpool. That'd be good. Go to bed. Go to bed, you little blighter. How's everyone been anyway? Has everyone been good? How are you, Ian? You got plenty of work coming along there? How is things? I speak to Rob all the bloody time, so I know what he's doing. And Mr. Sprite XB1. Hold up, Sprite. Sprite. I'm going to message someone after this because I think I know who that is. Or I could be completely wrong and it might not be the person I'm thinking it is. So therefore, if it is not the person I'm thinking it is, then welcome. If it is the person, I'll message you in a bit. It probably isn't. Do I know you? Right, so 25 nautical miles still to go. Got plenty of fuel in the tank, so we don't have to worry about the fuel too much now. We've leaned it out, so we're not using as much mixture. Currently tracking the nav to a VOR, away from the VOR actually. That's what we're doing. Good times, good times. That's the only thing I would say with FS, which really annoys me. If I go to drone cam, you can't fly the plane whilst in drone. So you have to go into drone and then just kind of quickly do what you want to do. Or put the autopilot on. They assume that you're going to put the autopilot on. But for hand flyers like me, which I don't want to put the autopilot on, it's not that great. It's an apocalypse at Liverpool. Let's just have a little mosey outside and have a little look around. Don't want to go that way. Let's not go that way, just in case them spikes are ugly. So. See how it turns? No matter what I do, it won't turn. So you have to jump out of drone cam quick, correct it all. We're so high. We're so high. I've got a message and I think I could tell who that's from. Unless it's... Apparently Lewis is now streaming. He's now streaming Somerset at Coulson. What a swine. He hasn't even joined my stream. I join his stream every day. And I play with his little sounds and I pay him money. I subscribe to his channel. Cheeky little reader. Had a flu jab. Oh, that's good. Was it the flu jab or was it the COVID jab? I'm guessing flu because you said flu, but... Oh, look at the golf course down there. I want to go and play golf. It's not fair. They should just let you play golf. I mean, you're in the middle of a field, for God's sake. It's not fair. I want to play golf. I want to take my son. Because my son, for Christmas, he got some new golf clubs. And we've not been able to go and play golf. So they've just been in the garage, poor thing. I don't know if I don't think I could play golf at the minute anyway, because at the moment it's very wet where I live, and the golf course can get very muddy. So yeah, we're just tracking VOR at the minute, and that's that. I mean, it's going to be hard to see Liverpool from up here. The one thing we can do, because we're getting quite close actually, won't change. We can't do that. We can't do that. Because I've changed the weather to be scattered clouds. Now we've got close, let's have a look at the live weather. Let's just see what happens with the... Whoa. No, we don't want that. Scattered clouds. Back to scattered clouds. Sorry about that, people. Whee. Nose diving towards the ground. Look at that. The reason why I wanted live weather was because I can use VATSIM and things like that to get the pressures, but this won't change because we're just the same. The wind layer, there isn't a wind layer on there, so that's quite funny. Wind. Let's delete the layer. Oh, there is a wind layer. Sorry, is that wind? Ah, here we go. 270. Got you. So actually, our active runway is at 27. I'm sure the active runway. Just click onto the little nav map. Let me show the information for Liverpool. And the runway 27. So, yeah. 27. So we're going to go straight in. Now the issue I've got with that is we're going to have to try and do it by look, by sight. Well, I could cheat and look at my little nav map, but I'm not going to. In theory, you'd do this. If you didn't have a GPS, you'd time it, so you'd know you'd want to be flying for a certain period of time, and that's where your point will be. And if you haven't got the airport in sight by the time that, you're going to be a bit like, well, okay, that's not good. Now, I think, I'm not 100% sure, that bit of stretch of water there, which I think it could be water, I think Liverpool's around there somewhere. I've just got a funny feeling. Got some football pitches, some farmland. It's so cool. Also the flu, you did the old flu action. Do you know, I've never had the flu jab. Never had it. I should, really, but yeah, I've never had it. So has everyone had a good weekend? Did anyone get up to much over the weekend? I think we just went for a walk, a big walk. I know we didn't do anything this weekend, we chilled out. My son, I got him some new wardrobes, so I built those and put them up for him. And I bought a new Ninja Foodie, which is like a 9-in-1 food cooker thing. That looks pretty fun. I'm looking forward to having a go at that. So I've not tried it yet. I've washed it, all ready to go, but yeah, I've not gone for it yet. I'm just going to start turning to the left because we are 230 on the line, so let's just head that way. But other than that, I didn't get up too much the weekend. I wanted to relax because my back was a bit sore, so I wanted to relax and not really do get up too much, you know. We've got the low fuel come on now, the left and the right. We'll just about make it into Liverpool, so that's. I mean, we've got plenty of fuel, really. That's just saying, yeah, you need to get yourself down if you can. So, yeah, that's what we're going to try and do. Right, so because we are now just come up to 7 nautical miles, and I kind of know Liverpool-ish. We need to go over towards that bridge, kind of over there, and then head down towards 27. So I'm going to ignore the nav now, and we're just going to plug in the heading indicator of 27, which is going to be the runway heading. I've put mixture to full. Just going to head over towards this bridge over this way, and then I think Liverpool is just over there. I think. So I don't know if it's over there or whether it's over there. But I'm sure it's a little bit further down. Oh, actually, I think it's there. But either way, we should be able to see it once we get a bit closer. We'll just hand fly this. No stutters at the moment, which is good. Thomas Jenkins, how's the new yoke? The yoke, Thomas, is absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely amazing. I've used it on my previous stream, which you can catch up on my channel actually on YouTube. For Prepared, if you use Prepared P3D, that was using version 5. It was great in that, but for FS2020, what you're looking at the moment, it's so smooth. I'm hand flying at the moment. It's so smooth. It's probably the best yoke I've ever used, just for the record. Yeah, so I think Liverpool is just over there. So I'm just going to head out this way, unlock the base leg, go over this bridge. People who are from Liverpool will probably know what that bridge is called, but I don't, so I'm not even going to pretend. We're also going to start our slowing at the down. I can see the runway now, which is good. So we're going to have to start slowing down. We are quite low, but that's good for us because we can now start our turn. We won't start a turn, sorry, we'll just stay on the base leg until we get the runway just outside the right hand window. Right, so we've got the speed down into this white arc here, which basically means that's flat territory, so we can now start to increase a little bit more, and we can lower our flaps. So just lower the flaps. I tend to do 2 notches. You can do all of them in the 172, and then it's just a case of keeping that speed up above, say, 70 to 60 to 70 knots. Oh, we've overshot the runway because I was too fast. That's not good, is it? Yeah, we'll just do a 30-degree turn all the way back round, and we'll come in from the other side like this. Right, now here's where we need to think about the stuttering. And the good thing that we're going to be landing in this direction is the we'll go down the runway a little bit, and then we'll come off, and then we'll be able to see some of the stands and see some of the features of the main terminal. So if you're more of a jet pilot, you'll be able to appreciate those. Because we're GA, we're going to go all the way back up to the GA parking, which is up this side of the airfield. As I say, I absolutely love the Liverpool, flying into Liverpool and out of Liverpool, because it's just, you've got this wicked body of water, and as I said earlier when we was approaching, I didn't know how far out we were, I didn't know where we were, but I said, bet you any money that body of water is where Liverpool is. Right, so we've got mixture full, we've got throttle. We're going to do full flaps, probably about now. Give it a little bit of extra beans just to keep the airspeed up a little bit. Now, as you can see, the PAPI lights just down here, we've got 2 on and 2 off, so we've got 2 yellow and 2 red, which is what you want. It doesn't matter because we can visually land this plane anyway. And just keep the speed around about 60. What I do find in FS2020 is that my yoke is really sensitive. Even turning down the sensitivity, it's still sensitive. Oh, we've got like a bit of a dive bomber there. Beautiful. Just adds to the immersion. This is why, really, what you want to do is fly on like VATSIM, because everyone on VATSIM flies quite serious, and people on who fly multiplayer on FS2020 not so serious. So, but it doesn't bother me. We just ignore those people. So it's slightly low. If you got more red than yellow, then you're a little bit low. But this is Liverpool. I keep looking out the window, but we'll look when we get down there. So the GA parking's up here somewhere by them hangars, and all the big jet planes are going to be down there. So we need to backtrack up the taxiway back up to here. I'm distracted again, so that's not. But the runway is pretty big, so we're okay. So far, so good. There's the GA parking over there, look. Knots. Oh, here we go. Flaps up. Just let that roll out for a minute. We'll go up to the next hold, or the next exit, sorry. So at least they've mapped. Liverpool correctly anyway, because those were the correct turn-offs. So this is the next turn-off. We won't go down all the way down to the bottom. That's just overkill. Just head out here. And what I will do is just out here, I'm gonna stop it when I get over the line, which is around about there. Okay. What we'll do is we'll put the parking brake on. In the mixture. Right, let's just have a little look at the at Liverpool. So this one's less stuttery than Newcastle. I'm wondering whether it was because the guy that was there was a multiplayer, and I'm thinking that the guy was maybe making my sim stutter. But I kind of wanted to have a look at this over here. I'm not feeling the GA planes that are like hard at gates. That's a bit annoying. I can hear a plane. It's probably that one over there. Got a car park, little cars, look. Some billboards. Big beefy bliss. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making good plans. Beautiful. Then you got the Hampton. Yeah. Oh look, Yellow Submarine from the Beatles. Just having a little bit of a mosey around here, look. So I've never been to Liverpool Airport. I've been close to it, I've never actually been there. Liverpool John Lennon Airport. I'm so glad this one doesn't actually stutter as bad as the other one. Just got like the tower, a bit of a tower here. I think there's another tower on the other side actually. Yeah, then we'll reset the view. What happens if we go in the tower? Oh, we're in the tower. That's not good. Oh, we've got some fire engines. Fire and rescue. Cool. So that's that. Let's reset our view and get us back where we were, because we're actually clogging up the runway at the minute. I think we're over there. How do we do that? How do we do it? Can we press F on that as well? No. Don't be silly, James. It's far too obvious. Reset. Wow. There we go. Right. Get back on board. Right, so now we're there. We've got to turn the strobes off. Taxi light can go on, landing light can come off. Everything else remains the same. Parking brake. Off we go. So now we start our taxi, which is going to be all the way back the other way. And as though I didn't plan my fuel, I kind of think that my fuel, it's worked out really well. Oh, kind of going off the taxiway there while I'm having a drink, but just having a little look around and taking it in. I do love Liverpool, and but I did used to fly on VATSIM quite a lot, and Liverpool was actually one of my favourites because the way the general aviation is situated. If you just want to jump in, do some circuits, and then land, the taxiways are easy. You know where you're parking, so I've not looked at the charts, you know, but I know where I'm just about to head to go and park. So for like the GA general aviation planes, you know, it's good. So here we go. So that was the one where we almost came out, but it would have been a tight turn to get round. Whoops, to get round. We do need to start slowing down a touch. So this is the a little bit further up. Is it a little bit further up? No, this is it, I think. This is not it. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Sorry, yeah, this is it. So this is the general aviation parking. Ah, this isn't the one. I normally go to the next one. It's actually the next one I normally go to. But we can still come over this way. So we've got Skyport. Oh, I kind of want to look at these lights. Oh no. The signs are pretty cool. We've got Skyport. Oh, I don't know what that stands for. Private aircraft facility. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So we've got Keen Air Flying School, Liverpool Flying School. That's normally where I dump the plane. Normally I use the other taxiway. I wasn't familiar with that taxiway. I usually use this taxiway over here. Oh look, the plane's just took off. Usually use a taxiway over there, and yeah, dump it over here. And literally just park it anywhere you want, really. But yeah, I'm just gonna have a little fly around. Well, taxi around. So there's the taxiway that I normally go through. Because what you normally do is you normally get, depending on the runway, you go taxi out of there, turn left, and then do a first right, and then you go up. But if it's the other way, they take you down to where we just come, and then backtrack on yourself. That's if you're just flying on VATSIM. So I'm so looking forward to getting an A2A plane in here. We can get a lovely flight from the East Midlands to Liverpool. That'd be really good. I'm wondering if I can park in it. Shall we try it? Let's try it. This is going to be my parking zone. So go away, people. This is it. This is my hangar. Liverpool hangar. I've got an idea as well after I've dumped the plane in the hangar. Right, let's just park it there. Parking brake on. Let's turn those off. Turn the avionics off. And flaps are up. Throttle fully back. Mixture fully back. Continue the flight. That just does that. I wish I could disable that. I hate it when it does that. And you need to pull that out, but yeah, that doesn't quite work properly. Magneto's off, battery off, beacon off, control locks and all that jazz. Right. So I wanted to see. Look at that. Just gonna try and grab a decent screenshot of that just for the fun of it, and then I'll try what I was going to just talking about just. Right. I can actually try it like this. Let me just turn my head tracking off because I'm moving around. I don't want to move around. Let's see if this has lights. Right, so time of the day. Let's reduce this down to early morning. Oh, there's no lights in the hangar. But what I will do, let's just start it up again quickly. Right, we won't do it properly, like properly, but go on. Low fuel. I've pressed that. What is that? I should need to try. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with that button. That's normally either in or out. And I think when I'm pressing it, it's triggering the button, but not actually doing anything with it. Right, so what I want to do is just mosey outside. Quickly like this. Because, then stop. Right. Kill the engines. I want to have a little look outside when it's dark. So, let's go into there. Let's choose a nice view. I mean, look at that. That's so cool. Let's actually take a screenshot of Liverpool, like almost over the fence kind of style. That would be a good shot, just like that, because I took one of the old. I don't know where to put this. I can move it around anyway. So here we go. Sun's going down. Look at the night light. So these lamps straight down, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I love that. That is so cool. So it's like yellow and red on the grass and the ground. That is pretty cool. Just zone on in. There's the pitch black hangar that we've just come out of. Cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, so let's just back that out. Go. Cool. Well, that was a very good flight. I'm very happy with that. So it's time for me to rock and roll now. But thanks for everyone that's joined, and thanks for the new followers. Thanks for the sound effects as well. That's quite funny. Yeah. So the next stream will more than likely be Monday. I might be able to get some streams in before then. Now that I've flown the yoke on both sims, I'm quite happy now that I can just pick up anything that I want to fly and just fly it. without making anything special about it. Obviously, the last stream was P3D with the yoke. This stream was FS2020 with the yoke. It's just perfect. I can't describe it any other way. It's a perfect yoke. It's just perfect. Brilliant. Anyway, I will catch you all Monday or before, depending on whether I stream again. Have a great week. Stay safe. Wear a mask. All that jazz. Just stay safe, people. Take care. See ya.